This is the 2025 Lincoln Aviator. There are some changes for 2025. This is an elevated three-row luxury SUV, and there are a ton of competitors in this category. We're going to go over all the upgrades, and we'll talk about the competitors and the price in the end, as well as my pros and cons list. Let's start off with some of the changes for 2025. The Aviator overall offers a plush cabin, a big motor, and a compliant suspension. This three-row midsize luxury SUV has a redesigned front grille and headlights. And the new headlights strips, you'll notice a difference. When you lock the car, you'll see that everything folds up and there's a signature. And when you unlock the car, that signature lighting also is part of the change. The Reserve and Black labels also offer an adaptive feature that changes the illumination based on your speed and your steering input. Of course, they're adaptive, so as you turn, they'll turn with you. And the Black label model also comes with a lot of blacked out details and, of course, that concierge delivery package, which makes your life a little bit easier. You'll see that the Aviator is on the side of the vehicle, just makes it a little bit classier, and of course it goes along with those wings that are on the side of the headlights. Our test vehicle rides on these fancy new alloy 22-inch wheels, and if you go with the Black label, they can also be available in ebony black. There's a handful of new colors as well as wheel designs for 25. On the side exterior of the car, there really are no changes. It's important to note there's a huge glass roof as well as chrome roof rails. Nice little details to make this vehicle look even more luxury. There is a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, as well as a 4-year, 50,000-mile scheduled maintenance that's included in the Black label service, just saving you a few dollars compared to some of the competitors that don't offer any scheduled maintenance. There is privacy glass on the second and third row, and the glass is insulated for a very quiet ride. Coming around to the back, underneath this upper wing is a wiper blade. They've been listening to us. It's tucked up underneath, and that's good for maintenance. It keeps that wiper blade clean. In addition to that, going through car washes, you don't have to worry about it being broken off. Lincoln across the back here, LED taillights are all new, and a chrome detail, as well as chrome tailpipes. Now, while we're back here, let's check out cargo space. With the third row up, you're looking at 18 cubic feet of storage. To fold down the third row, just press the button, and both third row seats will fold down, giving you additional storage. To fold down the second row, very easy to do. You can do that by opening the side doors and pressing a button. They also go up by just pressing a button. Underneath this rear cargo cover is additional storage, perfect for an emergency kit or if you want to hide something that's of value, keeping those eyes off of your valuables. Under the hood of all Lincoln Aviators is a 400 horsepower twin turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine. It is among the most powerful standard engines in the midsize luxury SUV segment. Backed by a 10-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 time of 5.4 seconds. Rear-wheel drive will get you 18 miles a gallon city and 26 on the highway, and the all-wheel drive is 17 miles a gallon city, 24 highway. An optional dynamic handling package adds adaptive suspension, air springs, and variable assist steering. When you step into the luxurious Aviator, you can see the difference between this and the competitors, and we'll talk about that competitor list in just a second. Starting with this center screen. It is large, it is in your face, but you know what? It's all the information that you need. And what I like about the fact is that it's very easy to use and the fact that it's fast. You can adjust everything that you would like on this vehicle, including some of the settings, which would be your rear occupant alert, your driver assistance, which is all your safety features, and this vehicle has Blue Cruise. Blue Cruise is lane centering, much like General Motors Super Cruise, and you can get it on this car, and it comes with the vehicle. There's an additional expense if you're buying this vehicle used down the road, so it's important you check all that out. But one of the things I really love about the safety, especially when you're looking at the modes and what it does, it shows you, here's the safety feature, this is what it does, do you want it on, do you want an aid, do you want, how do you want to set that up? Not every manufacturer offers that, and that includes the adaptive cruise control. Do you want to use it? Do you want the lane centering, which is that Blue Cruise technology, which works really well? And honestly, it seems as though the software for the Blue Cruise and the Super Cruise might be from the same manufacturer because it just has a different name. A lot of manufacturers are starting to pick up on that. Cross traffic alert, if you don't know what it is, it shows you when you're backing up. Do you want that on or off? I would think you'd want it on. Everybody's backed into something at some point in their life. If you haven't, you might. So it's always good to find that out. And then the speed limiter assist if you've got a child driving the car and you're thinking, you know what? you're going to be a speeder, we're going to put a speed limit on it, and you can do that. All the vehicle settings are here as well. System settings, your display, as well as a gigantic head-up display, which is right in front of me, is all the information I need, from how much fuel is left to your speed, lane centering if you're using that, as well as the whatever speed limit sign is there. You can change your themes as well. For example, you can have it tranquil if you wish. That'll change all the settings. Constellation. You can do engage. It changes the theme. It takes just a moment. It changes all the colors. It changes the ambient lighting. So whatever you would like. And then of course, all the rest of your settings are here. Very easy to use. And if you press these 6 buttons here, you can see everything that's with it, which is a Google-based software. Google Maps, Google Assist. You got AM, FM. Yes, AM radio is included, not on every brand. Sirius XM, of course. Bluetooth audio, all your messages, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto standard, Alexa standard. If you use the trailer app, everything is really easy to use. There are aids for that as well. If you're not going to use it for trailer towing, don't worry about it. You don't have to. Hotspot is here, so it's wireless in your games. If your vehicle's in park, you can use YouTube and go to Car Coach Reports, see the news, or Car Smarts for all the car reviews. Little plug in there. Had to do it. For your seats, you can do the massaging seats. You can set it here, or you can set the settings on the door where the settings are located. This is nice. Nice to have. They've always had really good massaging seats and tons of adjustability, including that lumbar support can be split. Some people like to have it set a certain way, so you could do that. I'm gonna leave the massage on while we go for our test drive. All of your maps and everything are here. Climate controls here. Further down, you've got beautiful soft material. Again, this white is just, this ivory is so rich and really nice. Modern gloss black, not a fan of gloss black because you're constantly cleaning it. But below that is your engine start stop, all of your shifters, the Lincoln logo here. And then this is additional things for your parking, perpendicular and parallel park, your cameras. It'll show you what's going on around you, and you can of course adjust those. It can show you different settings also, so you pick what works for you. Further down, you've got your 4-ways, your auto off, which I want off. I hate start to stop technology. It's a personal thing. Your winter driving and your maximum. If you get in, you got to defrost, all that is fine. In front of you, you've got everything that you're used to seeing. You've got all of your settings for your map view. You can have your trip. You've got fuel economy, your tire pressures, which hopefully you don't need to monitor on a regular basis. I would think you'd probably want your fuel economy there. And on the left side, you've got all of your volume. On the right side is everything from your changing of the navigation and information that is here. There is a button here on the left side, and it'll ask you questions about pairing. And you can do all that information. It's on the left side where your thumb would rest on the steering wheel, so your hands stay on the wheel and your eyes are on the road. You got head-up display. Everything you need to know is right there in front of you. All right, let's put this vehicle into drive. There are different drive modes for this vehicle, and they come with beautiful graphics. Deep conditions, if you're in snow, which we would use in Buffalo. Slippery, which you could use anywhere in the country. Pulling further to the left, you've got normal, which is just effortless and balanced, as they call it. And going further to the left, you've got conserve. If you're all about fuel economy, that's great. And my favorite, excite. Pushes you back into the seat. And again, when you change the different themes, it changes the gauges as well as the lighting. I like purple. It's my personal favorite color, so I switch to the purple tones. You can change to whatever you want. A big piece of glass, also nice soft materials on the headliner, really well designed. And when you're thinking about luxury, and I have literally just driven all of the vehicles that are listed in, we'll talk about that in a second, on the competitors list. And I stepped into this vehicle and sat down and said, wow, this is a lot of value, which you don't typically get in a vehicle like this. You get cars that are almost luxury, mid-luxury, wannabe luxury, and then super luxury. You're getting into the Mercedes-Benz, the BMW, and the Audi, and it's going to get expensive. It's going to add up quickly. Now, we are on an extremely rough road that just had some construction on it, so I'm going to move over to a smoother road so you don't have to listen to that. Good pickup, gas engine. I really like the pickup in this car. It's got great balance, nice big brakes, rides on 22-inch wheels, so you're going to get good handling. You're not going to have a lot of sidewall flex, but it also has a nice ride because they didn't put an aggressive tire on. They put an all-season tire on that you could drive year-round if you're driving in deep snow conditions. Get snow tires. I put snow tires on my SUV. It just makes sense. But everything that you're getting here has been upgraded as far as like interior. They're hoodless, they're clean. Some people don't like this big screen in the middle, but pretty much everyone's doing that. If you want a screen with all your information, it's got to go somewhere, and in this case, it does. It ends up right there in front of you because there's really no other place to go. One of the things you need in an SUV is storage, places to put your drink, your keys, your stuff. There is wireless charging here as well, so I will take my phone and I'll put it onto the wireless charger. Always be charging, ABC. Spots for your keys, there's cup holders, there's a gigantic glove box here that's just huge, which I really like. And then on top of that, you've got storage in the doors and storage underneath this floating center console, which is really nice. That is something, it's not a lot, but I'll tell you what, if you need the storage, you've got the glove box as well. And so they really thought about who's using it, and that's really a nice little feature. Now let's get out of the Excite mode and put it back to the normal mode, which you'll probably have it in all the time, and it will reset itself back to this normal mode. When you shut the vehicle off, it will reset back to the normal mode. The Lincoln Aviator seats 6 or 7 people, depending upon if you want the captain's chairs. Perfect position seating offers 30-way adjustability and massage capabilities. Beautiful materials as well, and I really like the white color. I don't know if it's good for people that are sloppy, but overall, it is a really pretty color combination. The second row offers captain's chairs, and you'll have a choice of 2 different center consoles between those seats. One which allows for easier pass-through to the third row, and the other one is the one we have here. Getting into the second row, it is really pretty in this interior, extremely modern, pockets behind each of the seats, climate control, and of course, tons of power charging ports, 2 cup holders, more storage here, and a rollback top for additional storage as well. Armrests are standard on the captain's chairs, and there's a latch system for both outboard seats. The Aviator has 2 additional latch systems in the third row, so you can put 4 child safety seats in this vehicle. The third row, like any third row midsize luxury SUV, is a bit tight. But if you're a child, you've got cup holders, you've got charge ports, and you have vents, and it's got privacy glass as well as tinting, and the sunroof stops just about the second row so you don't overheat back here. So there are some pluses for being back in what used to be called the penalty box. It's pretty comfortable seating, although it is pretty flat on the third row seating. So if you really don't need the third row except for emergencies, you could use it for storage. And then when you really have to bring additional people, just put up the third row. Handling, very easy car to drive. Just really nicely balanced, like I said, between the brakes, the acceleration, the ride. It's a good balanced car compared to some of the competitors. You should test drive them all and find out what fits right for you. If you like all the adjustability and the seating and it's important to you, this has got 30-way seats. If that's not an important factor to you, then there's lots of other choices. I'm also a fan of the Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade. They're not really luxury. The Genesis would be the luxury, which would be the GV80. But I think they offer a lot of great value. So again, is it about value? Is it about luxury? If you want luxury, then of course this is going to change everything about this vehicle. But overall, great visibility out the front, nice crystal clear backup cameras. The sill is a bit high. I wish it was a touch lower, but part of that is safety, and there is top safety ratings on the Lincoln Aviator. It is a Lincoln, and remember, if you buy that black label and you step up to the top trim level, what you're going to gain is the fact that you can get concierge service. It's important to double check on that. I have a friend who's quite a distance away from the Lincoln dealer, and they'll only go a certain distance. It's a good thing the ride is comfortable as we come into an unexpected construction zone. I will be sitting in massaging seats in the lap of luxury with a beautiful audio system, which is from Revel, while they're sitting in regular cars. That's fine. There's a couple other luxury cars here too, but it's just, that when you have to wait at a construction zone, you're not going to be, ugh. You get a chance to play around with all the goodies that are on this car, and there's quite a few. Overall, I like this car. I like the way it drives. It has been a joy to drive for the week. Let's talk about my pros, my cons. We'll talk about the price, and of course, that long competitor list. There are some pros and cons when it comes to the 2025 Lincoln Aviator. On the plus side, you open the door and instantly, compared to a lot of the competitors, which we'll talk about in just a second, it blows it away. Details are really important in this vehicle. It's modern, it's quiet, it's clean. Everything about it is super luxury, and I think you're getting a lot of value for your money, especially compared to some of the competitors, which can get more expensive or offer less quality in their interiors in comparison. On the negative side, well, it does get a little bit loud, and I wish it was a little bit more fuel efficient, but I don't want a hybrid. I really love the way the Lincoln Aviator operates overall. Now let's talk about that long competitor list, and it is long. The competitor list starts with the Buick Enclave, which I just finished reviewing and is a huge improvement. But when you open the door in the Aviator in comparison, there's a big difference. Also the Lexus TX, the Chevrolet Traverse, the GMC Acadia, the Hyundai Palisade, the Kia Telluride, the Acura MDX, the Cadillac XT6, which they're not going to be making too much longer, Infiniti QX60, another one that's going to be coming to an end, Volvo XC90, nice premium luxury SUV, Audi Q7, BMW X5, Genesis GV80, which I really like, and the Mercedes-Benz GLE 450. All over the road as far as insurance rates. So it's really important that you test drive all these vehicles, which we've driven, then make a decision by asking your insurance agent, and then you can figure out the price point. Now, speaking of price, the 2025 Lincoln Aviator starts at $60,590 and goes all the way up to our test vehicle at $88,900. So there is a big gap, much like some of the others, which can get even more expensive, and some can actually be less expensive. So it's important that you test drive everything, find out what works for you. If you have any additional questions about the 2025 Lincoln Aviator, put them down in the comments below. All the ways to reach me are in the description, as well as more details. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee, or you can like and share this video. We do appreciate the support. I'm Lauren Fix. Thanks so much for watching.